After seeing a lot of the videos going around about the Houston Rodeo,
Yeah.
just know next year, whatever strict ass rules they enforce, I 100% fully support that because
So do I.
y'all, that shit is out of line. Like, that shit is embarrassing for us. Like, that shit don't make no sense. And I'm talking about whatever rules from the way you dress. And yes, women, you know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm outside at the rodeo, and a new ick has been unlocked. When you see a girl with like shorts on or a skirt, and the bottom of her ass cheeks are hanging out of the skirt or shorts, that shit is an ick. Why do you need attention that bad?
Exactly. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm sure by now that everyone has heard the news that, well, everybody who's into rodeo or in the Houston area about this dress code that's been going on, because so many ladies don't know how to act like adults and just walk out of the house in some regular clothes. I find it funny that so many women have said in the past that we're more than our bodies, we don't want to be objectified. But now in today's present time, because of this destructive cancer in America, or in the West that we call quote unquote feminism, it's gone, it's spiraling out of control right now. We don't want to be objectified, but yet and still, if you go on every single Instagram post or majority of Instagram posts, as soon as you open up Instagram, is butt cheeks, cheeks and boobs everywhere. But yet, but they'll still say we don't want to be objectified. Well, who's objectifying you at this point? Who's objectifying you? No, the men are buying you these clothes to make y'all do this nonsense. They had to change the dress code because these women do not know how to act right. Sorry if y'all can hear that dog back there. Goofy ass dog. Anyway, Houston Rodeo for this article. This is from the Daily Mail. Houston Rodeo forced to enact dress code after some wannabe cowgirls don very skimpy outfits. Now, before I even get into this, do you see how men can just go out in regular clothes and everything's gonna be fine? Do you see that men don't have this issue? We can go places without much of anything. I mean, sure, you still have some guys that are still sagging their pants here and there, right? But for the most part, men know how to go out and dress. But if you go to just a Walmart, a Target, a damn Baskin and Robbins, you will see ladies just dressed any old kind of way. And then to add insult to injury, it'd be the big bags. It'd be the big bags that are out there wearing the skimpiest of skimpy. You showing more skin than clothes. Let's get into this article. The Houston Rodeo has been forced to introduce a stricter dress code following a slew of complaints about attendees clad in extremely revealing outfits. Guess where most of those complaints are coming from? Ladies. Even other women are calling women out. So now what do y'all have to say about the body shaming? What do you have to say about the body shaming now? At first they were saying it's men. Now it's women telling on other women because even the women are fed up with each other. Let's keep it going. Rodeo officials defend the move by saying the Houston tradition was a family-friendly event and would remain that way, as it has for the past 94 years. The past 94 years, it has been a family event. But because so many women, and I'm going to be honest, a lot of them are black women, because they don't have the guidance and leadership of a man to tell them, hey, take that crap off and put on some regular jeans and a regular shirt and put on that cowboy hat and them boots, and we go out here and have some Dippin' Dot ice cream and some funnel cake and watch these rodeo horses and whatnot. We gonna go out here and watch these people tackle these sheep or these cows, whatever they tackling, and tying their legs together. That's what we gonna do, because all the proceeds go to like they go to, I think, charities, like charities for children. I think, I'm not sure 100% of the proceeds, but I know a lot of the proceeds do. I'm gonna continue with this article. Concerns over skimpy outfits reached a fever pitch this spring as out-of-town visitors, many of them spring breakers, flocked to Houston in search of a good time. So not only are you wearing some crazy outfits, you're doing it in front of kids, and you have no morals. You have no morals to get dressed up in these sexy outfits. That's what it is. These sleazy, sexy outfits, going out here where you know children are going to be. And you just don't care that these kids are out here looking at your naked bodies? This is what I'm saying, man. This feminism, man, y'all need guidance. You need leadership. I'm gonna keep on going. We have received the most complaints or comments or questions about dress codes this year, says Chris Bowman, the president and chief executive of Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, told Fox 26. This is a quote from him. We just felt like it was time to make a public statement about what our expectations are. Anytime, I've never even heard anything like this. I've never heard of people coming out saying that, or like an organization or an institution coming out saying that we have to change the dress code because the women don't know how to dress. But yet they'll say they'll make, this dog is killing me, man. I'm about to go. But yet they'll go, I don't even know what I was saying. I'm gonna just keep on going with the article. The new rules ban overly torn clothing and visible underwear with outfits exposing excessive portions of skin, specifically prohibited. This is crazy. The torn clothing and the visible underwear. How is it that you can get to a point where people have to tell you not to show your underwear? People have to tell you not to show your underwear. When all of these guys are out here sagging, we make fun of them. We make fun of them, which is why you see less and less of it, unless they're young boys. You see less and less of it. But now we have to worry. We went from worrying about the boys, the young teen boys dressing like this. Now all of the women are dressing like this. They have to tell you not to show your dirty ass underwear. Stop exposing so much of your skin. And you know what that means? The butt cheeks hanging all out the bottom of your shorts and these bubble skirts. Your boobs popping all out. Some people just wear pasties over their boobs, which is just like some tape to cover your nipples, and then they'll put like a fishnet shirt over it with no bra. Man, let me continue with this article. This is no fingertip rule, but staffers have been trained to identify attire that goes too far. This is a quote. You know it when you see it, Bowman said. And I understand what Bowman's saying. You know exactly what this looks like when you see it. Like, look at this right here. Look at this right here. Look at this. Look at this right here. First of all, BBL, she doesn't have the thighs to match. Of course. Of course. The big old booty with these 12-year-old legs. Big old butt with them 12-year-old legs, man. This is ridiculous. The new dress code kicked in immediately with the rodeo's last day set for Sunday, March. So they changed the last day set for March 22nd. They changed the rules in between filming. In between the rodeo. The rodeo, they didn't even wait until next year. It has gotten so bad that they had to change the rules in the middle of a rodeo. Vendors inside the grounds have been told about the new rules to ensure their merchandise is compliant. First of all, it's not even the vendors. Let me read this again. Vendors inside the grounds have been told about the new rules to ensure their merchandise is compliant. They know it's not the vendors. The vendors wouldn't even sell that. The type of clothes that these women are coming out in is size extra small that they're getting at Fashion Nova. You have these 4X big backs trying to squeeze into a medium or an extra small. Guests traveling from out of town who are flagged for inappropriate outfits will not be offered refunds. Good. Staff may suggest alternatives by such as allowing visitors to change into more appropriate attire. So are they checking them at the door? Are they checking these ladies at the door? Because I don't know if this stat is true, but I heard that close to 2 million people came into Houston for the rodeo. Ain't no way you checking 2 million people. And there is no way you were checking 2 million people. Well, I would say 1 million because some of them are men and children and everything. Even if it's 800,000, there's no way you're checking all these people. If the visitors refuse to follow directions, they will be escorted away from the rodeo. The dress code update came after a surge in social media chatter about rowdy spring breakers in Houston. Well, I wouldn't say just necessarily spring breakers. It's a lot of grown-ups. I've seen more grown women, and I know they're not in school. The southern city has recently become a hotspot for young college students, with photos and videos from the last couple of weeks showing packed lines and crowded venues. Guests appeared to react favorably to the change in rules, noting that they attended the rodeo with their kids or family. Being able to bring our kids to a family-friendly atmosphere is really important to us. Natalia Lynn, who attended with her husband and children, told the outlet. Look at this. Look, that's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? Gray hair and everything. You know this isn't a high schooler. Just in one picture. How do you feel comfortable? This isn't even sanitary. You gonna sit all that butt on a seat and not even wipe it up. Even in the gym, they make you wipe up the seat. I was like, nah. And then right beside it, you see a little bit right here with the red boots. See a little bit of butt cheek coming out. Attention is a hell of a drug. Attention is a hell of a drug. Look at this, would you please? This is disgusting. Matter of fact, because it has 6, look at this. Rodeo attendees in outfits deemed inappropriate will be offered alternatives. I already read that. Look at this. This is, you should get a ticket. You should get a police ticket for wearing something like this. They should ticket you. Let me see what else they have. I mean, she is cute. I'm not gonna lie, but this is not a rodeo outfit. These are underwear with pockets. This lady's wearing underwear with pockets. Nice tattoo though. I mean, she is bad, but this, come on, man. And they have no shame. Let me keep on going. Oh, she bad. Oh, she a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. See, but you see the seats? All that skin on the seat. You mess around, you go to watch a rodeo, you mess around and get syphilis. What else we got here? I don't really see nothing in this one. Oh yeah, that's the BBL Breezy we just saw. BBL Drizzy. Another rodeo attendee took issue with the clubbification of the Western inspired clothes. You know what? And that's really what it is. They're dressing like they're going to the club. They're in so desperate need for attention that they will get it anywhere that they can get it. Since men aren't checking for them anymore, I'll get attention any way I can get it by dressing like a damn floozy at a rodeo. It's a quote. I get you don't want to cover up too much, but you can't be showing too much either. There is a time and place for that, and they are absolutely right. There's always a time and a place. If you want to dress like you're a working girl, and you know what I mean when I say working girl, if you want to dress like that, then you go to the nightlife. The rodeo is not a nightlife. This is a family. They have Ferris wheels. Look at this. Ferris wheels, little games where you can win prizes and everything. This says cover up, be respectful, respect yourself, and respect others. They can't. They can't respect themselves. They can't do it. Listen, man, this is why fathers are needed. This is why male leadership is needed. Eventually, as a man, you grow out of a lot of things. As men it's rare that you see an older guy still sagging his pants. Right? You grow out of that. These women have not grown out of that. This is a full-fledged grown woman. Her face, right? This is not a young girl. Actually, you never know these days, but all this makeup and eyelashes and enhancements and everything. She looked like she about to hop on the pole. However, other attendees pushed back on the policy change and said it could marginalize rodeo goers. See, here we go. Here we go. Every single post I see is 20 heavier people that are dressing that way and not the skinnier ones that I see around. Who cares? I just feel like it's fat shaming more than really their values. It's not fat shaming, but you just can't push all of this nonsense on other people. You can't push people to or force people to look at this kind of stuff. Let me wrap up this article and I'm gonna get out of here. A separate attendee called for the policy to also focus on men, saying it should be a little more leveled out. And I saw it was a guy who said it. It was a young guy who made the claim that it should be leveled out. But here's the thing. it can't be leveled out because it's only geared toward one side. This problem is only happening on one side, which is the ladies. You don't see men out there with their butt cheeks out or their meat prints out or their hamburger meat. You don't see that. That's why it's not an issue for the men. There should just be as much intent for regulating guys' clothes as much as a girl's. Okay. Well, when I see some guys looking crazy, then I'll say, or dressed like they about to go to the club. But even if they are dressed like they're about to go to the club or the gym, it's completely different. As of Thursday, it was not known how many attendees had been turned away from the rodeo because of inappropriate clothing. Rodeo officials said they were not actively checking guests at the gate. And that's the problem. They're not going to check guests at the gate. They're going to let everybody in. And then if they see, let me tell you something. If you get into the way these women act nowadays, right? If you let them in, if they pay and then they get in, and then you tell them, oh, by the way, you have to leave because we don't like your clothing. They're going to say, well, why didn't you tell me this before I got in here? Do you think it's really going to go over in a smooth fashion if you're trying to kick these people out or even make them change? It's not going to happen. They're not going to do it. If a potential concern is brought to our attention, leadership will review the situation, the rodeo told No, man, this is going to this is not going to work. Situations will be handled by trained leadership staff and evaluated on a case-by-case basis to help ensure the policy is applied consistently and without discrimination. The statement added, well, it's going to be seen as discriminatory because the majority of the women that are doing this are black women or of Hispanic descent. So they're going to say this is racist, this is discriminatory, you're being prejudiced. They're going to say all of these things because you didn't stop them before. And then on top of that, it might be a couple snow bunnies in there, but we all know who the majority of it is. The Daily Mail has reached out to Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo for comment. That's the end of the article. But listen, let me know what you think. Just look at these pictures. Let me know what you think. Is this cool? Is this cool? For a family event, comment down below with your thoughts. That's it for today's video. Do me a quick favor, hit that hype button because it costs you nothing. I appreciate the love and support for the channel, and I will see. Click this video on your top left for a good one, or if you want a great one, click this one on your top right, and I'll see you over there.